Yeah, man, the renegade when afraid. Well, sir, man. I want to act, you know. All right, so hear this now. Me telling about the Chinese, them and Jamaica. Right? Me show you how the man them a move in our country. And matter of fact, them a move so in the first world country them. I set up them own police station worldwide. Can you imagine what going on in Jamaica? You notice them never come on your station. You notice we not see them come on with doctor and these things. Because this is what them do in every country. Big countries. Them are do it in a United States. That's why I see them grab them up, so. Them dissident have to listen to them. Yeah? Them do everything in another country that like is a country in a country. Them boss them own people in other people country. Now, I go straight to the video them, you know. When you see this, it might have fright. No. Remember, if them are do it, remember them just now. Them just discover 3 of them in a Toronto. In a Canada. 3 of them. But tell me what, at the same thing in the US, in the UK, in the Europe, in the Africa, in the Australia, Jamaica are the least. So you know so that them are doing in Jamaica straight. Jamaica the least. For you see them do this in a them country, yeah? Alright. So I'm gonna play all them do it, so but you see it get there. I'm gonna show them videos. And you see what them are going with. So you know it's a real thing. The Jamaica government to cut ties with China, yeah, and don't make them use as a footstool. While we our people at Jamaica boycott that telephone thing that have 5G, boycott it. Just watch this. This is Canada, you know, and it happened in the US. It happened in the whole of them big country there. They might do it neatly. Watch this. Watch this.
The resident of this home in Markham, Ontario, denies having anything to do with Chinese service stations.
It's wrong address. No, don't borrow me again.
According to a report published by human rights group Safeguard Defenders, it's one of dozens of such stations around the world, including 3 in predominantly Chinese neighborhoods in and around Toronto. The RCMP says it's investigating whether criminal activity is taking place. Safeguard Defenders says there is evidence people connected to these service stations have been involved in pressuring some nationals to return to China. According to Chinese state-run media, 230,000 telecom fraud suspects were educated and persuaded to return to China from overseas to confess to crimes from April 2021 to July 2022.
In most countries, we believe, yes, it's a network of individuals rather than thinking of it as a physical address and a physical police station where people will be dragged into.
But some worry dissidents and ethnic minorities will also be targeted.
These stations are another tool that Beijing can use to repress Canadians here in the Chinese community in Canada.
Zheng Shui says she's been harassed online by Chinese officials for her activism.
Now, the Chinese police station here, just a few kilometers from me. So I am asking myself, where else I can escape to?
The Chinese embassy says for services such as driver's license renewal, it is necessary to have eyesight, hearing, and physical examinations.
So when I'm talking about driver's license renewal, you is a citizen of next country. What you do with the driver's license renewal, them have embassies, you know. But you know what renew the driver, but them have to have eyesight. So for them people under for them thing, under for them rule, that mean the same thing, them do even worse at Jamaica. Because if you're a citizen of a country, you have that driver's license and thing, you know, have a police service, a police station, and watch you and force you. Well, all them force you, one up your family back there and force you and do all kind of different things. See? And you spy for them and work for them. So you know how them are working in the country. Yeah? This is Canada. Them just find them, you know. I'll show you some other things. Blow your way. Watch.
The main purpose of the service station abroad is to provide free assistance to overseas Chinese citizens in this regard.
Overseas Chinese citizens, them are citizens of the country where them live. So if you do certain things, if you listen to them, it's like a one order, so if them do so, boom, you're commander for them thing, although you're a citizen of that country. You can't board out the services for overseas citizens. That's why them have them embassies. Them police, them own thing, and run police in a people country, but that's illegal. And use a service, I'll show you something. That's what I
guard. The Chinese embassy also says the service stations are staffed by volunteers, not police officers or people who conduct criminal investigations. Idil Musa, CBC News, Toronto.
All right, so me just show you that. Right, them are telling them are be a spy, be a sitting, be a all kind of things. If them they're a big country and them are doing it in them country, the way you think about Jamaica. Everything set up at Jamaica already. Soft. Eh? Them they know about them. All right, going on next news. Watch this.
A Spanish NGO has found that China has set up over 50 unofficial police stations in at least 21 countries. The unofficial police stations are allegedly being used to intimidate and silence Chinese dissidents abroad. Following the investigation, Dutch media found evidence of at least 2 unofficial Chinese police stations operating in the Netherlands. The Dutch Foreign Ministry says their existence is illegal. The Chinese embassy there says it is not aware of their existence. Anna Holligan is outside the Chinese embassy in The Hague. Have a listen.
Here, so the country, the embassy say, oh, we never aware. But yes, still them there. That means them just spy, them do everything and these kind of things. You see, you see what I talk about and a joke. Them are the real big country and this is what them do. Chinese population and remember them stay by themselves. You understand? Them have them own police, them have them own thing and are doing a Euro country. Can't work. You have to work under people laws. Watch this.
This is, of course, the official base of the Chinese government here in the Netherlands. But according to the allegations detailed in this report, Beijing has been operating underground, undeclared policing units, ostensibly to tackle transnational crime and deal with administrative duties, but actually, in reality, according to the report, to carry out persuasion operations aimed at coercing those suspected of speaking out against the Chinese regime to return home. The original investigation was conducted by a...
So you can't speak out against the regime neither. So me, I want them to rise and we them not like we. You understand? Eh? You see this? You see it? You understand? This is how them rule with iron fist, yeah? You see it? Watch
Spanish NGO called Safeguard Defenders. It's called Chinese Transnational Policing Gone Wild. And in this report, they say the public security bureaus from 2 Chinese provinces have established 54 overseas police service centres across 5 continents and 21 countries. Now, Dutch journalists took that information and found one Chinese dissident based here in the Netherlands. His name is Wang Jingyu. He says that he received a phone call earlier this year from someone claiming to be from one such station. And during that conversation, he said he was urged to return to China to sort out his problems and to think about his parents. Since then, he says he has been subjected to a systematic campaign of harassment and intimidation.
You hear them ratio, you have to think about. You hear? These are the things that them are use. You can't have them in your country or in your country. You understand? Them set all in your country. When them get a soft country like Jamaica, what you think? Eh? You hear this? And these are big countries, right? Europe this. We just show in Canada. In America too. And America just block out. We just show yesterday. Watch this.
Which he believes is being orchestrated by the Chinese government agents. Earlier, I spoke to the Dutch Foreign Ministry. They said the Dutch government wasn't made aware of these operations through the diplomatic channels with the Chinese government. That is illegal. They said they would investigate and decide the appropriate response depending on the nature of any covert operations. They said they were concerned and police would be offering protection to Wang Jingyu. Beijing has also responded. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson said what had been described as police stations overseas are actually service stations for Chinese citizens abroad, and that China fully respected other countries' judicial sovereignty.
Yeah, or it's be a police station in a service. You have, hear them now. You have Chinese have embassy. Everybody have them embassy abroad. You don't need a Chinese station. Oh, it's a service station. I'll be a secret thing them going with. Jamaica soft target. Them in a US, UK, the one of the places. So US pop them out and the one of the places pop them out. It did it for true. So you know, say it line Jamaica right now. Eh? Them think the way them bring our country now go work, you know. You understand? Sita?
That's our correspondent Anna Holligan reporting there from outside the Chinese embassy in The Hague. I'm joined now by Laura Harth, who was part of the investigation team that discovered these secret police stations. Thanks very much, Laura, for joining us here on the programme. I mean, 50 unofficial police stations across 21 countries. It sounds just extraordinary.
Yes, and it might just be the tip of the iceberg. These are the ones that we managed to document, just taking into account official Chinese authorities' sources. So we did not invent anything. We just took them for their word. And I think the most worrying thing of this is how brazen it is all getting. The introduction gave a quite good overview of how these persuasion to return methods work: threats, harassment, guilt by association, punishment of family members back home, sending covert agents abroad, or using these kind of stations to persuade, coerce people into returning to China. Obviously, as safeguard defenders, we know we've been documenting these kind of methodologies, especially in our prior report, Involuntary Returns. We know how this is part of a nationwide framework that has been set up by the Chinese Communist Party to really crack down on dissent and hunt people down across the world to make sure that the overseas Chinese, that the diaspora communities, and I'm thinking in particular also of those ethnic religious minorities, Uyghurs, Tibetans, Falun Gong, but also, for example, Hong Kong activists, how they would remain silent or be coerced to return if not.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it's unclear whether 50 is just the tip of the iceberg here. Were you tipped off and your team tipped off about this? Or as you say, was it just the Chinese embassy officials themselves telling you this?
Well, basically, we were tipped off because we were following these kind of persuasion to return methods. We were tipped off by the Chinese authorities themselves. So we had reported prior that under Xi Jinping's signature international campaigns, Skynet and Fox Hunt, over 10,000 people had been returned in the past years. We knew of that at the beginning of this year. But in August of this year, the Ministry of Public Security, the Chinese Ministry of Public Security, stated they had successfully persuaded to return 230,000 individuals between April 2021 and July of this year alone. So I would say that was the tip-off that kind of made us dig deeper into this specific campaign of persuading people to return to China.
And is your investigation mainly focused on dissidents and people who may have spoken out against the Chinese government, or is it communities as a whole just living in these places, but being persuaded to either go back or for other activities?
Yes, exactly. So it's communities as a whole. You may have noted also during Xi Jinping's speech to the Congress last week, the Chinese Communist Party Congress last week, how he was stressing the need to reinforce the united front, to reinforce and bring in a way, the overseas Chinese into, the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. And so we see that these kind of policing activities, which include explicitly monitoring the opinion within the communities by these stations, that this is kind of expanding. So within the people returned, we might actually also have people that did commit crimes, but we surely also have dissidents and critics, people that fled the regime among them. So it's really a net cast very wide that catches all. And I just wish to highlight that even when people may have committed crimes, that one, obviously there's a presumption of innocence that needs to be respected, and two, that there's official international police and judicial cooperation mechanisms that need to be followed, but the Chinese authorities obviously choose not to and pursue these illegal policing means across the globe.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that's quite disturbing about what's come out of the Netherlands is that the authorities in the Netherlands say they didn't know about the existence of these police stations. And I wonder in your investigation whether some of the authorities of the 21 countries that you may have spoken to, do they know they exist?
So none of the authorities that have spoken to us have stated that they knew of it. We don't have any reason to believe that they did. We just uncovered some evidence that in Italy, there might have been some awareness of this, at least at a local level. But again, overall, these stations are completely clandestine, and definitely the kind of operations they are running are clandestine. And just to add to that, even if there's not a station, we know that the networks that they're using, the people they're hiring to do this, maybe through other means, through other kinds of organizations, will be involved in these kind of threats and harassment campaigns. So wider investigations into the phenomenon are definitely needed, even beyond the stations, which are obviously the most sensational part of it, I would say.
No. You can't believe this. We are living in a world, let me tell you, so be careful of them. You have a country, yeah? This coming like you have a country, you have some man set up some gang and want to run it and say like it's a state in a state. And if them can do it in a Canada, them just find them. Them might do it in a US. The US just block out some of them. But they might try to tell people to come back. That means them Chinese, they will come to your country. When them work and think them have to under, feed them one rule. You break a rule, them force them to come back. So them will eradicate you and do all kind of things that you know it go. Saying? So them can sink your country anytime. That means them in your country is a foot them a plant. So if something happen, them want to control them Chinese there. For work from inside of your country. For destroy you do what you do. Very serious. Jamaica for take heed. And if them are a real superpower country and Chinese do that and set up these bogus things in them country. What do you think about Jamaica? Me tell you, say you know, see them on a station, you know, see them do nothing attack them about them business that do what them do. See? Yeah. You understand? So you know, say station there Jamaica too. Within for them community. Keep them big country and them do this. If they are Jamaica, enough. Same way, watch out. Watch this. You see this? Can you imagine you have posts and you don't know you live with some people who live by themselves. You know them live secretive. You support them. In a manner, them there, man. Them set it up everywhere, man. Everywhere. See? You live and you just live and think, say, okay, everything all right. They serve a country with them there, even in Africa, them there. Me, I tell you. You understand? And then China say, oh, we just set it up for if them want driver's license. No, them have embassies where do that. And if you have your papers in the next country, you don't live there. Where you do them driver's license, you know? You might not want to turn home. Them tell you if you return home, them program you. You have to be careful of them. You understand? See there? Apart from Brazil and Japan, man, go to Argentina, that. See? All right. So them control the citizens who live abroad. Them they are about, man. All right. So let me show you again. May I show you again? Look here. Look.
Police force spreading all over the world, hunting and tracking down its targets, threatening them and their families until they agree to be punished. If that wasn't enough, the secret police even tries to interfere in other countries' elections.
Yeah.
This spy thriller style setup has been made real by the Chinese dictatorship, if human rights activists are to be believed. More worryingly, it may be a sign that China's trampling of democracy is now spreading beyond its borders into other countries. Multiple news reports have said that China has been establishing quasi-police outposts in other nations. Around 50 such informal police stations have already been set up in Europe and the Americas. At least 16 European nations, including major powers like UK, Germany and France, have become home to these Chinese police posts.
Okay.
These stations are affiliated to police forces in various Chinese cities and provinces. China's Fuzhou City Police has opened 30 stations in 21 countries. These outposts are reportedly operated by volunteers from the local Chinese community. The initiative has been named Overseas 110 after the Chinese emergency number. Chinese authorities claim that the intent behind setting up these police outposts is clean. The aim of these stations is to help the Chinese diaspora present in other countries. Beijing says that these police outposts.
So, how you help the diaspora in other countries to police posts when you have immigrant, you have embassies? This is what they want to put a grip in your country. So them people are programmed, so if anything, them your program one member then enough out in a people country. We have around 200,000 of them in our place right now. Yeah? Ready for do overthrow our people them? That not gonna work. You see me I say? And that them have them for? It not gonna work. You see me I say? They will have to be careful of this. Eh? You tell me everyone have to be careful of them people here. Eh? They made that Jamaica same way.
Posts help Chinese nationals renew their identity papers like driving licenses.
Look at them like you help them renew them people. You live a country, you have your resident, you have your permanent, you have resident of this, you are a citizen of this country. And them I say them will help you set up driver's licenses. No. Anything this will be them fee say you do this or you do that, them force if you come back. Say them are eradicate and them go there. Say you under them power where you did you have to under them power do what them say. Very dangerous. Very. You understand? Watch out.
They also help Chinese nationals procure employment documents by confirming that they do not face police cases.
Yeah.
Another
say them employ but you do not face police cases and them for doing employment document. You hear them?
The job is to help arrange health checks for Chinese nationals.
Me tell them do a health check. Me say them have every day so them not come away hospital and them thing them. Me tell you, they are Jamaica too. Eh? And what people that they are sell you out this guy. Because them don't know this. It's in the big country and them don't know this. Eh? You cannot run a country, you don't know nothing about these people and you pack them up in our country. Eh? If you spy in a US backyard, you can't do that, them for go home. Look here.
However, the real task of these police stations is very different and much more sinister, according to activists. These police outposts have been set up with the objective of tracking down Chinese persons wanted by authorities back home, including for political opposition to the Communist Party. These
political opposition, you can't oppose them and them views. So if them have some dissident out there where you oppose them or you say boom bam bam, them hunt you down, I have to out here work for them. You see it? That very dangerous to the world. Yeah? Jamaica a soft target.
Persons are then coerced into returning to China to face prosecution. This is done by the station staff forcing the person to speak to police in China. The police then threaten the targets with consequences like their children being denied schooling and their relatives being made to face employment hurdles and other problems. Moreover, these overseas police stations may be involved in attempts to influence the elections in their host countries, according to a report in investigative journalism Reportica. To make matters worse, these informal police stations might actually be illegal, according to Safeguard Defenders, an activist group which prepared a report on this Chinese project.
You definitely sell out. Every country will protect themselves, but we don't want nobody in the West to come mad with you. Come out from a thing. You're a punk. You say your name, you must be a Chinese. But you're a real spy. You have to look, Jamaica should have spy. And I look out for it too. You know, have no fucking sense. America have to do what they do. Pan the end of the day, World War II won't even exist. If I never America. Even Russia. Just go look by your history. Yeah? So you can't say, we can't run here, we can't say anything and blast America. You see America send for we. You see a man living in America, you can't say anything. You see a man doing anything. Go to China, go try it. Don't come by us, man. You don't have no sense. Yeah? Play this.
It is said that these Chinese outposts are not properly registered in their host countries. Through this initiative, China is also not following proper extradition procedures for its wanted citizens.
You see it? Them break every law. Them do everything. I remember one thing them a deal with Browness. So one. Yeah? You understand? And them in our country. And you take up how much 1,000 acre land give them. Yeah? Our government. When you look them never come down and get out yet. Them, a matter of fact, them spread out from one end of the thing you think of us. Sell them and sell them look wholesale. Eh? Them shut down your wholesale when you look at what people fall in the chopper buy from them. We not support your football, they not support your school, they not support nothing. You go buy from them shop, you go buy from them restaurant, you buy from them wholesale, they lock down your one brethren thing, because you say I get it because cheaper, them do everything and interrupt everything. See? Who are gonna pick up for them, yeah? Eh? How much million here, how much youth, how much African and how much Jamaican get chance in China? For rise. How much black millionaire you see in that country? How much thing black man won in these countries? Eh? Me not foolish up. You understand? You see me I say? Yeah man, they want to take over our country. It can't work so better. And a good thing they must sell with fake things because they want to kill what? Who carry in Mali? America did a long time, who carry in Mali come? China make a synthetic drug. See? If you are doing some man come put book back, you feel go away. We can there and the Americans have criticize America, we kid band there, we have family band there, we have Jamaica, everything we know the Americans. What family believe it or not, US, Canada, America, UK and them place there. See? When you have China now, we can go to China. How much rich black millionaires in China? Whether you play football, you do music, you do all of this, we can't call them in the US. Whether you do acting, whether you do business, how much of them? Eh? How much of them rise through the political lineage? Looking at China, one party. How much black people you see there in a power? You see any? And you come at talk about you don't have no sense. You don't have no sense. Say if America lay back, you make Chinese come take you out and then what we do after? Eh? Now I must see that to backside. Me no in that with them. Yeah? Me stand with the West. Me. Yeah? And me I tell the government of Jamaica, be careful, take out them people out of our country. Too much of them. Yeah? We have to stand with America and stand with the West and stand with Canada and stand with US and them things. They think me want a country where, see there, UK, them have to change them prime minister. I'm going to say the fifth time, them not change him. I want to fuck him a president for life. And you can't give him no chat. You think me an idiot? Eh? Is that what we are going to do? Turn back slave or do something, you think we are idiot? Eh? Them have fled out Jamaica, kill we out and give us fake things. They will give us fake everything. Thing for mash up your car, fake oil, fake food, fake clothes, fake everything. Even with we flag and we clothes, everything themselves fake. And send them people come back in our place, come to this thing. You understand? Yeah? Me not in that to them. You understand? You piece of shit, come on from a thing, man. Go ahead, man. Me tell you, say, if you fuck off and go, let me tell you something, you have to go away, you know. You understand? Go away, man. You're a piece of shit. Boy, your name, you're not smart, you're a shit. You understand? Them people have to come out of our country. Yeah? How much of our people did their work right now? Right now. Flake stippers fake everything. Them have them own police station, them have them own everything in our place. Can't use them 5G neither. Foolishness. Eh? In the West, you mad? You show them set up? You can say something like this. When you look now, them get up and them do so boom and hold you and threaten you with your mother or come back and you can't go to school or you can't this and that and you have to fly go back. Or you do what them say, that name dictatorship straight. Yeah? A matter of fact, you don't have the vote. And like other people them can vote in America or anywhere else. Even Jamaica. You see me I say? Yeah, man.
This is to prevent scrutiny of its human rights record, which is already poor. This project also eschews bilateral police and judicial cooperation and possibly violates other countries' territorial integrity by creating a parallel police force with illegal methods. These allegations seem all the more probable when looking at the addresses of these secret police stations. In London, England, one such station is reportedly present at the office of a real estate company. In Dublin in Ireland, the police outpost is located between two Asian restaurants on the famous Capel Street. In Glasgow in Scotland, the police station reportedly operates out of a Chinese restaurant. In Markham in Canada, one such outpost is set up at a private home, while another is at a mall full of Chinese shops and restaurants. In Scarborough, Canada, the police station is present at a property belonging to the Canada-Toronto Fuking Business Association. China has admitted that it has been trying to persuade some people to return to the homeland. According to authorities, around 2.3 lakh people have returned to China since April 2021 through such initiatives. However, some incidents highlighted by activists point to the possibility of threats and coercion. In 2018, in Serbia's Belgrade, a Chinese outpost tracked down a citizen accused of theft back in China. This person was brought to the station and made to talk to police in China. Initially, the person did not want to go back but agreed after a week. In 2020, a Chinese outpost in Madrid, Spain, identified a man wanted in China for alleged environmental pollution. This person was made to talk to cops sitting next to his family in China, raising the possibility of his relatives being threatened. Governments in other countries finally seem to be noticing the nefarious nature of these informal Chinese police stations. Britain's Home Office has reportedly said that illegal repatriation efforts will not be tolerated and extradition requests for suspected criminals must be made in accordance with UK and international law. If the allegations are true, then China's attempt to undermine the governments of other countries and set up its own police forces across the world poses a serious threat to the world order. China, under Xi Jinping, has been growing increasingly belligerent on various fronts. Global powers cannot afford to dither on this challenge to their sovereignty.
But we know this with them. Yeah, we know this. I have some little, me tell you, I have some little no skull, some dumb skull in our own West, you know. So when we can't there and talk about the West, we want to send them to China and them just open them out and say something about China. Number one, the money, them couldn't open them out when we look at them color in China. Me never not ask. Me never not ask. Because them don't know them history or nothing, you know. Them don't know. See? You can't have them people that take over in your country. You don't see them come in your doctor because them have it. Them have them own policing. Because them get them own city and live. So them not live amongst you, you know. Them come and them sell you. Them do them spying. Work with who them know who know the country set. And then they right round the little island. They aspire to work kind of foolishness. We know another foolishness there.
It's aiming at silencing the community, silencing dissent, making sure that people are afraid enough, that they literally stated multiple times over the past months, over the past years, we will hunt you down wherever you are. So that's a clear message to anyone seeking to leave China or already having left China, that you're not safe anywhere. Our latest investigation, 110 Overseas, China's transnational policing gone wild, documents one specific campaign operated by a couple of counties within China using illegal methods to target, approach, and persuade individuals abroad to return to China against their will. Illegal methods which included threatening, harassment of their family members, relatives back home, but also the use of individuals linked to the United Front operating in so-called overseas police stations everywhere in the world, across the 5 continents, to assist in these illegal policing operations against Chinese overseas. The particular campaign to counter telecom fraud, or at least that is what they call it, has brought back 230,000 individuals between April 2021 and July of this year, according to official numbers released by the Ministry of Public Security in China. So obviously we're talking huge numbers. So we started looking into this specific campaign carried out by a couple of provinces, a couple of counties in particular, and we came across the fact that they are now, using the kind of United Front network that we know exists around the world, but that, the Ministry of Public Security, the local county public security.
All right, so you piece of shit when you're in rich badness. You are one of the dumb skull, them is a piece of shit. China give Jamaican work, or China send them people come take work. Eh? If you borrow money from IMF, for them to them send 1,000 and 10,000, 100,000 people come work in Jamaica, and them tell you say no, you have to spend the money in a discipline or something. China could have lent you some money and never put the money in your hand yet. Send them people and send equipment, come work, and you give them land and give them house and them things like that. They might take from you, your piece of fucking shit. You're fool, you're fuck. You're one of the piece of shit them. Yeah man, you forget to man. You understand? Yeah, man, you forgot, man. Boy, if you give them work, China take for work. You know, not so fucking dumb. If you have build one piece of thing and then when you look, you send 50,000 or 100,000 man come to the work. You 50 or 100,000. I remember a Jamaican have paid back. And not something free. So what kind of work we talk about work? We are give them over 3.8 billion. We in the diaspora, you motherfucking piece of dumb piece of fucking shit. Over $3 billion them get. So the 300 million which China come with, or 500 million over 3 billion them get free from the fucking diaspora. You fucking nerd. You know nerd. He's a piece of shit. Can nerd have sense? 3 billion, 3.8 billion them get every year. Yeah? So when you get a little thing about 300 million that are dropping in the bucket. That's about investment. I told Jamaica now when under discipline and the government are thief. You join these people and by the way, you don't make no money from them. Yeah. You don't make no money from when them do them I pay people them 2,500. For what? For the day? Eh? You have to pay back every cent. A taxpayers money I pay them. With interest. China now do nothing for Jamaica, you piece of shit. Hey, when I don't say fuck. When I fool, you fuck. That's why the place stays so. Yeah, man. We not stand up and keep them for go home, you know. And then make the place stay so already, you know. And them in there do spy. Where you look, people are selling past start for more than 40 fucking years. And China come and get all of our wholesale. And all of our supermarket, majority of them are wholesale. And we sit on like a piece of, and not sit down and buy from them. Them not support you one bit. Nothing at all. You hear that? Eh? Them have them one school, them have them one everything. Them have them one police. This is what them are do. So them just sit down and wait for the time for rise. So them rise up from everywhere. Them get soft target. But them look a punk, you know, because them not really travel. Them punk, them use them more too much, you know. You understand? But if you travel the world like me, and see things and know things, and then you talk on a different level. Them piece of shit they chat to you, them no. And even if them go somewhere at one place, maybe them take plane one time and just each up for them, they just one little place. So them don't go places. And them don't know things, them don't know country run. And before them study that, them drink pure fucking liquor and smoke and chat about a fuck with a liquor out bottom. Have that them do. Don't come back, me not invite you around here, so man. Yeah? You know, if you go, man. Yeah, man. China now do nothing for Jamaica. Because anything where you do, you have to play. You build one little piece of thing and call it highway. And then you give them 50-year concession. Which government do that? 50 years in your fucking country. You're mad. And then give them free land. You idiot. And there's something they do free, you know. Or something where you pay for your money. They will come boom, and then send for them people come work and get a dry bed road. Them have any work I give you. And the government, you the work, remember I road them there for, you know. Government I give you a building and when you look, them get China the building for bill. And then them some can just track it out to you. You know, see the government a fuck you up. Our taxpayers' money. If you borrow something from somebody you pay them back with interest, that means, what the fuck do you? Why China in our place of work? Them should in our place in the first place of work. None of them. None of them. Them come with a policy where it fucked up. What they were doing in your place of work? Much as hundreds and thousands of them. You idiot? Like China, you get something from China. China make a bag of money from us plus I do spy work in our country and I plant root in our country. Them for go home, I want the clock we have. Them have a big fucking place, them for go home. Yeah. You understand? Them not integrate with the people that you know. Them build everything for themselves. If them do this in the big country, can you imagine what them do in Jamaica? Them, a matter of fact, the other day, my brethren will have some plan and thing down in a Portland side and in a Central side. When you look at a land, them get land from government. When you look at seaside, and so them can just drop in. Eh? It's bad, man. This bad. See? So when you think about China, oh, China do this. China not doing nothing. China come here, build a road, we have to pay you. Yeah? You come with your man, them, and say, that means you take back most of the money. You don't give you the money, you know. You're going back with the money. And then when them go turn, When them go turn, when them each up so much of them now, and them build them own area, it can balance. It can tip the balance of your voting thing because they must stay there till they give them citizenship. And they must stay there and breed up and have the first generation. And them send them back to China go learn, but you can't stop them from coming to Jamaica. See? Them and them balance. So when them do not tip the balance until they think them take over, because them breed up like rat, you know. Yeah? So when you do it so much of them in a one little country. Why you think what people them do have no work? When I idiot? Eh? When they do have no sense.
Security bureaus are building on this existing framework to set up this kind of overseas, well, not kind of, literally overseas police service centers that can be used and have been used. So this is obviously completely illegal. This is no regular international police cooperation, which obviously there's very strict rules. These have been set up without any knowledge of local authorities, without any requests. I think it also shows how one brazen the CCP is getting and how little regard they have, I would say, for other governments. You know, when they talk about non-interference, this is a kind of non-interference, I guess, that the CCP likes to boast about, which obviously it's in violation of international law, it's in violation of territorial sovereignty. So on these 230,000, we don't really have an account of what happened to each individual. So the persuasion tactics used when they use family members, relatives, loved ones, but even in some cases, you know, community, maybe community elders, people that are responsible for a certain part of the community, they can either, you know, keep their kids from going to public schools, from attending certain schools. They can cut off benefits, you know, which may be social benefits, health benefits. They may confiscate the properties of those people. They may confiscate maybe their bank accounts or freeze their bank accounts. You know, people may lose their employment, be banned from certain employment. So anything really to convince them to persuade their family members or otherwise related person to come back. But in some cases it goes a lot further, and they will, you know, interrogate people, bring people in for interrogation, maybe detain people. There's also guilt by association. There's accounts of people being actually prosecuted or arrested for the charges against their family member or the presumed charges. So this is already happening. We know these techniques are being used at all levels. I think we were a bit surprised ourselves to see that even for these kind of lower level targets, we would say, which are telecom fraud, they are using the same techniques, and they are really building this apparatus around the world, or building on, you know, an already existing apparatus and expanding on it. We think we caught this quite at the beginning. The Fuzhou ones, for example, the one in New York, was set up, the first batch, only in January of this year. So we're really at the start of it. But we also know that they're building on an existing network of United Front work organizations. So this may escalate very quickly, if not stopped right at the beginning.
Facts, give me something else now. Another just alone.
The 20th Communist Party Congress got underway in Beijing today, and it looks likely that hardline President Xi Jinping will be handed another 5-year term in the top job. That would make him the most powerful leader since Mao Zedong, and would present the rest of the world, including Australia, with all the same aggressive threats and problems which have come out of Beijing for the past decade. Meanwhile, a Madrid-based human rights organisation, Safeguard Defenders, has published a report showing that the Chinese government has set up illegal and secret police stations in 54 countries around the world, including Sydney. While these so-called service centres have remained covert for close to a decade, Safeguard Defenders claim they're used by the Communist Party to crack down on Chinese dissidents and alleged criminals living abroad. Joining me now live from Rome in Italy is Laura Harth, the organisation's campaign director. Laura, thank you so much for your time. 54 such police stations operating in what kind of premises have you been able to determine?
You see it? So when them dig it more and more, tip of the iceberg. Then they are Sydney, them they are all over. Them they are all like 5 continents. See? Tip of the iceberg. Yeah?
Empirical data have shown that China's efforts to enforce law overseas fall under the umbrella of both its efforts to exert influence abroad and its growing security strategy. They have expanded in tandem with legislation and regulations allowing the Chinese armed forces to be stationed abroad. In terms of tactics, Sino-African activities in these areas are part of a blended security strategy. China clearly prefers to collaborate with past national liberation organizations, but it also cultivates countries that have historically been closer to the West or are politically neutral. In all of these measures, China places a strong emphasis on developing a common language of security by encouraging the adoption of similar norms and practices. China exploits the fact that the structure and values of its policing systems are similar to those of African police, law enforcement, and intelligence organizations. In what could be considered a massive campaign to address the rising instances of fraud and telecommunication crimes committed by Chinese nationals living abroad, the Chinese government has established police stations in Nigeria as well as more than 20 other nations in Europe, the Americas, Asia, and Africa. Join us in our video today as we discuss why China is establishing its own police in Africa. Be sure to leave a comment, give a like, and subscribe for more interesting videos.
So if you hear this, that means them everywhere. Everywhere. Say no, say them there Jamaica. When so they are talking about Chinese, if Chinese leave look a while, in big and guns and full. Chinese are take their work. If you have, alright, Chinese are work on the road, how much more work than for the people than they are Jamaica? What them do? It's a road, they are dig out here and do one. And by the way, we have subcontractors get some work and Jamaica, couple Jamaica get some work. What them do? What them do special? Them a flood our place. When we are build a place, they never did a flood. But them come now into flood. Same concrete I we do it, and we build a place and we build a thing them. Same concrete is a flood. What China do different than what we now do. Well, we now have a flood with one place. Them a do it. But when them come in our place, we are give them free land, we are give them 50-year concession, and then we turn around and give them waivers, concession waivers, everything with them are coming in with free. And then we make them multiply our place and do spy and do everything in our place. And we have to pay them back and nothing free. Yeah? So if them come and say, me give a school, no really, nothing free. Nothing free there. Nothing free. We have to pay back some money. Anything with them say, when build a road, we have to pay them back. Taxpayers. Our money are paid back. Yeah? Both of them do the work. Them get most of the pay. And the 1 and 2 youth will get work out of that. 2,500 Jamaican a day. We don't have sense. Taxpayers will pay till them weak. How do we pass on our grandpicking and great-grandpicking and pay till them weak? Yeah? Them have the wharf. Them are carrying Mali right now and mash up a school picking them. And other things them are carrying through the wharf. Eh? Support who? Them? You know, I see them come from the driver's license, but them a drive. You know, see them have them not support the football, them not support no games, them not support the community. Them not gonna do that. You know, see them sponsor hospital. A matter of fact, you don't see them mix up with no one in our place. You know, see them a do it. Them just come and when them get work, you can't go on them cashier, them not trust you either. And them see in our place and spy. See? Because that's the rising and them see soft target. And Jamaica the soft target. Thank God to the government. We don't have no sense. Me now borrow no money from you and then you give me the whole of your people for work and my people dead for hungry. And then them I get bigger pay too. See? And then me have to pay you back the money. Keep your money. Look how much more country there where you could have borrowed money from. See? And then why you borrow money for do the road when you are tax people? Where you use a tax money they do. Because you have to pay, we have over 1 million car and buses and everything together. Vehicle. Yeah? So when we pay for the insurance and the thing and the tag and everything, enough thing we have to pay and transfer and do everything. Where them tax money they go? But thinking I go back on the road, spend back on the road. Yeah? And build new road. She never have to feel for the money or gas tax. Gas, it have tax, but have a special tax to fix the road. And them still a look money. People at the diaspora give Jamaica over 3 billion every year. Bigger than the money where them get from tourists, bigger than the money where them buy from Chinese. Okay, if you come and get 500 million, that's a joke. The money are free money, now come back say you have to pay it back. Free money in the economy. To help grow the economy. If I never the economy drop down. No sense amount of water in the car. You see, we sell out For foreign like them thing, like our Chinese with them one government and them thing there. We not traitor to Jamaica, you know. We go to, you know. We not a piece of shit. Yeah. You understand? Yeah, man. 50-year concession. Them charge are the biggest toll, man. You see me I say? It costs more. The toll road in Jamaica costs more. Toll road costs them money there. And them get 50-year concession and them can't do anything. Yeah? Beijing Highway. Then them turn on, you go up at the upper Hope Garden, then give them 11 acre. Then put for them thing in it about Chinese garden. And change up a place, they could buy a little everything in a Chinese. Yeah? You forgot to Jamaica respect for land. We don't have a Jamaica garden in China. Eh? Them sell with everything we are fake. Everything. Because them no respect we. Eh? You see me I say? No matter for all the government accountable for get them thing reverse. They may have foolishness. But me I tell you, say them set up fake police station. Jamaica soft. Soft because them not do investigation. And for them police, they might that police. We have a little youth, them and do that kind of thing. We like Chinese, so it's okay. But have them, you know. So and the embassy have them. So them not doing nothing. Protect we. And Chinese are building like them. I say we take this. It's easier for we can use that for a springboard. Eh? I cut thing about Chinese and all right. So if you're all right, Chinese now give nobody no what kind of work? Chinese are bring when them carry them own worker. Eh? You are carrying an ambulance go get Jamaica. Overseas, them tell you have to pay feet. Chinese get them thing free. No, them have the wife, them come in with them thing that make it worse. Eh? After we not stupid. You see me, I say, we don't respect ourselves at Jamaica. You have some little either, some little dunce around them where, you know. You see, two them live one way and them are just hand to mouth and them have some piece of shit, you know. And you have one or two of them, they make trouble, but them when them go up on a one plane and they say them stop. So them never go country to countries and, you know, place to place and continent to continent. Them not travel that way. Them don't know different cultures or nothing. And when them there in them places, them not straight or nothing either, you know. Them just lick some ass and do some fuckery. So them sit down and just chat some fuckery. You will borrow some money, it can't come with them strings they attach when you pay it back. No way. You don't take it. You can't have, you are a small country with your people, them don't have no work. And you have to fix your own road. And you have to borrow money. And a big country like that, I tell you, say, where I sell so much fake, I say, okay, I'm lending the money here. Them don't give the money neither. Them don't give to the government. I'm lending the money, but you have to take how much thousand of my work of them give for work. So them just come work and then it make your government indebted to them. And that them do. So them not really give the money. You don't get the money. Them will say, okay, we're going to lend you 500 million. But you can use a worker. And them send them worker and you take that. So them come to the work and some driver a bed and then you owe them. That don't make no sense to me. That can't add up. See? I tell them I do spend, them I do all kind of things in our country. If them I do it in them superpower country, then them a position themselves in the world. That alone tell you say them in Jamaica do them fuckery. A matter of fact, it show you. Them mix up with you. Them a come sit down in your own country. Them not even do it in the big country neither. Them they notice when them go in them country there because them think communists and them want them keep that way there. So if them under for them leader, that mean them under spell. And the one and two of them broke out, them try to get them back home. To educate them. I lock them up if them no want reform. You see me I say? It's bad. You see me I say? Most of them are them send them. So them are fugitive. Most of the Chinese will come to Jamaica. Most of them are fugitive. See? Them did a spy. Say to them be a fugitive. So some of them after them send this and that and that. Remember them send them for work, you know. Remember you talk to a government, you know. See? So when you chat to them, they want work outside, they want control the place. I say, you go send more people them. But we are sending them enough. Because them couldn't send 2 man for control the place. They want to send people who can build cities. So them lack off that for themselves and them can run them own police in there and do them one thing. You know, in there, you know, you're outside. You understand? You can't go in there. So right away, them a lack off place and a lack off place and it's a little piece of rock. See? Them come to your place and live better than you. Your government sit down and look on a deal like that. And say, yes, you can build a road. No, make a road stay then. See? You can't sign them deal. You can't. You not sign out your people. You come to your people. Them. You don't do things like this. Remember, you know, and a freedom ability for, you know. You pay them back, you know, with interest, you know. You can't do that, brother. You can't do that. You can't do that. That a sell out. You are sell out and like you know see the danger and I pose up and I cut thing with them and I chat shit. It must work. You understand? That must work. Them not analyze them and do something special. Them not do nothing. And the hottest thing I like them say, okay, send back 200,000 to Jamaica and come make them work. And make them, and we give them back some land. And them say that not even 0-1, not even 1. So what's in balance? You mad? Then the same thing with the import and export, man. It makes sense. Eh? You understand? It don't make no sense. You see me I say? That can't make no sense, not at all. You understand? How that me just knock? I wrong somebody that just get knocked, you know. Like, who just said, when me just somebody just said, me say how that just get knocked, look away. Who may I look for? Okay. Who may I look for? Yeah, man. Saying it wrong, this wrong, you know? Yeah, man. Okay, where I look for. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Are you where I look for? We're not talk to you, know. You where I look for. But fine, yeah, man. Yeah, man. You for go on, man. Yeah, man. See him? My G, my after I fly back a thing, yeah? I see it, man. It's wrong, man. Them not supposed to have the firearm license in our country. Firearm license. So who you gonna shoot with that? Jamaican. Eh? And look at enough people are working and selling everything and them can't move. And remember, you know, the man them have everything part for themselves. The man them not pay no tax, you know. And the man live like a king in your country. Them just go around and circle the shop them. Use them do what them want to do. They must study the place by that's why them come to the ghetto area, you know. They must study your mind. They must show them can control you. Them say that everything for mash you up. Yeah. You understand? Me never know why. Me don't know why. Me don't know why, you know. A country like that, you know, Turtle Boy, me don't know why. You see me I say? Let them just come up with them foolishness instead of just build some road and do all kind of little things. See? Before you put in toll road, I think you are putting some facts and putting some things and you know you are built into what you can export to. See? You understand? You think Jamaica could do that? What them do? I send in a place I make secret police station and do all kind of little things and I do what them do. You think that's how it go? You understand? You understand? It's bad. It's bad, man. You understand? That bad. You see me I say? It's bad, man. Yeah, man, it's bad. So these are the things I tell you about this. You look on a soft war and it's not even so soft. See? It's not so soft, man. You see me I say? It's not so soft, it's wicked. And you cannot afford to give away your certain fundamental rights in the man give away, you know. And you as black man, they ask against you. When you touch the China, I not ask. We know. Me say the man them abuse you, the man them have them use you. And the man them so disrespectful, them take kid, black kid. And them put every kind of animal and me watch it so me I say, Jano. Eh? Them not put themselves, you know. Them a compare you with some animal when they say, me I say, look upon them people, yeah, man. Eh? Man, both China create job. China not create job, China take with job. Me can't borrow money when me I give you back. And then you start to sing and say, me I send me equipment, clear them, me I send all of my work of them. You keep your work, then me not borrow the money because we taxpayers have paid back. But you can't make a deal here. This couldn't be a deal. It's a foolishness. You understand? You know why you don't want to drive them in your country. Eh? So you go to the bank. When you go to a bank and you go borrow money or build something with the bank do. Them send somebody tell her come work at your place. Eh? The bank ever do that to you yet? And you know enough business people buy money from bank. Overseas and them thing there. So you ever go to one of them institutions and them send people come work by your place? A matter of fact, them not give the money. Them come to the work and then you pay them back. And with the interest. That ever happen to you? Eh? This is foolishness. See? Jamaica a little country when you come out of one yet and you know you try there and you say, okay, I can fix the road. I buy some money, you say, okay, I can send you 50,000 of my people them come work. And you take that deal there. Them put the money in your hand. And then them come and them are the boss. And them order your people them to go work without even steel toe shoes. Make sure that already. When I say no, but we can't work, well, you can't leave. On your side, them talk to you, so. Who turn them to your boss? You own people them where you vote for. But you are for them boss. We're supposed to look out for the best. Number one, government look out for the best interest for them people. But you see the Chinese come up with for them fuckery system. See? But you can't blame them because they look out for them people and say, hey, we want to create a job. Plus, we want to spy on that nearer to US. And plus, we want a football. A place where we can control it, you know. Because we breed up like a rat around here, you know. So here what me, if we send them, we just send them enough. See, you know, them have their own association and own everything. Can't go check it. Everywhere them go, them build Chinatown, you know. You see me I say? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anyone, and them do black market in your place. Them do a lot of crime in your place. I'm not joke me I make. You see me I say? You see me I say? Them do a lot of things in your place. See? And you can't borrow, and me I say it again. You can't borrow money from them. Them can't, when them come build up their thing, you know. Look later, them soon start pushing them candidate, them can't lose. Because them just breed and settle up in some place or them tilt the election to for them thing. And you load them and make them and they not talk to you, you know. Because them, and especially when them program like that, it make it more scarier. Because look when them way talk out, this is what happened to them. Them have the police, them for draw them up. And then spy and do them thing. Secret police station in a Toronto, in a US, in a Canada, in a US, in a Europe. The whole of Europe, in Africa, in the Caribbean, all about. Eh? Them have embassies, you know. So when them do this, it bad. You understand? It bad, man. Yeah, man. It bad. Somebody will tell me, say, lonesome. When you see some of the kids, them remember, say, them sell organs too, you know. So when you see enough of the, well, you have some of the prisoners where them have them sell them organs too. So when you see some of the people them missing, want me for them to do this something, I'm saying, I never want things say, you know. Because we just see them missing, but we don't know where them gone. We don't know them people that they on boat and all kind of thing. When people start, I think away. And you can't make nothing possible because tell me what, you're not going to them community because it's like I feed them that now. In your own place, they might build more and more China, and the government do it. And I cluster them. And I like somebody live near you, live right side of you where you can watch him, you know. I just pay them, just have a place to themselves and I them live there. Them police it. See? You can't trust them, man. Yeah? Them police it. Them must survive. Meanwhile, our people now have no work. That no make no sense. You understand? Senseless, it no make no sense. See? This bad. You live in the West. And we can't get up and talk. But you want to talk about Donald Trump, you want to talk about Joe Biden. You couldn't talk about Xi Jinping at China. Me not ask you. Me not ask you. You couldn't talk about him. Can I see how them deal with people them. Same like now you have some other country you can't talk about them rule of them. And that Angela tried to go under bed for some people for running away. Move from here, some man, move your some out of the side to man. But you can't look in your face. Even though you must say nothing. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, man, it's bad, man. It's bad. See? So if them have the police station, you know, so them are there in Jamaica. You notice them not, you know, see them have a school. Them they all over that mean them have them one thing and do them one thing, you know. And them have them youth, them get youth. But you know, see them at them school, them come with everything. Them come with everything. See? Them come with everything and them a beat the system bad. They are the softest system that to beat. See? Them, enough of our people them gone and the kids them, we don't know where them there. But you know how them stay. You can't make nothing past them. You understand? You can't make nothing past them. Them thing are serious thing. Eh? A man a borrow, you have to borrow money from somebody. And the man tell you, I'm going to lend the money, you know. Here what you have to do. You have to take how much thousand of my people and get job. Right away, I say, okay, but you have to disrespect my people because my people, the same people, them when you not get a job, and them have to pay back for it. Even if you buy a money tax. That don't make no sense. It cannot make sense. The same Jamaican have to pay for it. I'm not African people from the diaspora because sometimes your people them in a Jamaica now work. And otherwise they make a mistake, I know. Because the other day they talk about people are run away and you have to stay and them not have to work for you, you know, because them give to the Chinese. But you still a dance for the diaspora, they follow them and sit down in a that. Then we have more patrol and them thing that everybody that just pile up and dead. Because the diaspora people in the diaspora work and give for them hard work and give free money. Back in the year, where that's about that. Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, I don't want myself some. My app is still alive.
Okay, soon come. All right. Okay, baby. Yeah, man. You understand? So that bad. It bad. You see me I say? Yeah, man, it bad. So everything where you have to pay back, we have to pay it back. Eh? Remember, PM said we lack skill. Then when them go out, them not look nurse and come back to nurse and doctors and everything. Eh? What kind of skill? You know everybody, you know about the people them and their skill. That's him they don't want to carry in other people, man. Yeah. Them are hide until uprising. Anytime you have something, you know, you see them push up them head. And when you make them find them own community, it make it more dangerous to control them. Because when you make them kind of people that bungle up, you know, they might have every kind of agent with them, you know. Come in under these guys as truck drivers, this and that, you know. Everything the man them and then them control the off. Eh? Control the off. Our people them we're gone, man. We're gone. This our people for watch and them know say, hey, it's a dangerous thing. Yeah? This is a dangerous thing. Them not supposed to in our country like this. You can't borrow money and then you make some man come tell you, say, can't my people them, you're a big country, we're a small country. No, but keep your money, keep it $200 or $300 million. Because the people them Jamaica and the diaspora give away 300 billion, 3.8 billion. I like 500 billion Jamaican, 500 billion. I like 500 billion you get. That's more than half of the budget we run for the fiscal year. You understand? That's more than half. Eh? But you get free. And the amount of barrel and the amount of other things come back. It's like you get the whole budget. And you can't satisfy. Eh? The little road them not talk about me not have the money. But yes, still every minute police write people ticket. People are pay them thing and you have to pay insurance, you have to pay the license thing, we have to put the sticker and everything. How much money for them? The times them $1 million pint of vehicle. And so much money you have to pay for them. See? You have gas tax, special gas tax for them to take off. For fix road by itself, how much billion? But you say you don't have no budget. Oh, you mean about the money that they feed? You drive on the road, you pay feet otherwise. You see me I say? You give some man some work and then we have to pay back them. Them get concession and get free land, but your bulldozer our house. It don't make no sense. You have built up a nation already. Where I give you fake things. I carry Mali a earth to people. I earth in front of it too, you know. I earth in front of it. Because them build synthetic drugs and sell. Fake everything. Yeah? You understand? You have to pay them and pay them with tax. Eh? Or if you borrow money and them now give you the money, so you're not going to your purse, them keep it. Them won't go tell you and then give the worker. So when the place done now, you know, say 3/4 of the money stay with them. They never give you. Them have to say you owe this money. Don't go look at some of them come for pay your work and pay them dirt cheap. See? Pay them like 14 US and not even 14. Let's yeah, around 14. Around 14 US, them pay them a day. They're 15, something around there. 15, 16 US, them pay them a day. Around that, 16 US, them pay them for the day. Around 2005, right? Yeah, around something like that, them pay them for the day. Yeah? Pay them nothing. And then we have to pay it back. Even them who get that have to pay it back. Eh? It's bad. You see me I say? No, like 2,500 a day them pay them. Nothing. Remember 1,000 US or like 1,500 and something, you know. They're like so around 16 them I pay them like $16 a day. Yeah? Yeah. Around 2.5. So, you know, what you do? Nothing. Nothing. See, a little bit less than 17, so 16 for the day them get. You understand? For a day. But some people that do from call thing and get $15 and something more. And then flood out people and do all kind of thing, no drainage, nothing at all. But I have to pay it back. And a free money. And a free labor. What pay for. What them do, them carry them, eat that, build them, no skill. And come give a riverbed. And then we have to pay them to do that. I have to pay them. So them not get the money, you know, them say them must send skill. Instead, them must say them are lending the money, but them in reality, them don't lend the money. Then send some people and then send workers in your country. And then you owe them. So you have to pay them. Eh? Government will take your money and give them. For what? Eh? Everything where you don't see us so. If them are doing in the big country them, where you think them are doing at Jamaica? You understand? They say highway workers get what, 700? We don't know, because you couldn't give them 700. That sounds small, man. They have to check it out. It's a country within a country. But if they are doing it in another country, you know. You say everywhere them come, they matter about Chinese this and Chinese that and Chinese city and Chinese this and Chinese town and Chinatown and all kind of piece of crap. And you notice them bungalow up together. Everywhere them do the same thing. That now you question these things. You question these things. Them call you, them get all your number. You come from, we do it because if you want driver's license, people leave and them live overseas so long and whatever you talk about if them don't driver's license for do what? Then you have the embassy. Not right, man. Not right. You see me I say? We have to burn them. And anybody sell word for the Chinese man, them for go on. Yeah? Yeah, man. Them a traitor to Jamaica too, man. Not traitor. Anybody sell word to them Chinese are traitor. And people who don't understand these things now, don't talk. Because you don't understand. Same, because you don't know what's about China, but that little piece of shit look a while about. When the Chinese go away, we're going to give them work, you can't give them work. Chinese not giving them work, China take for work, your piece of shit, or you dumb so. You're big and dunce and fool-fooly, man. If me come to a bank and me a borrow 20 million for build a thing, and the bank will send for them workers come give me, you know, so my community now will get no work, so how it go? The bank send the worker, that means not give me the money, you know. He send the worker me who the 20 million. And then them same people make me up to go pay it back. That makes sense. If them are pay it back, then give them the work. Give them the work. That's if the government. You saying? Make up people them work. Don't do this. You understand? And breed up like rat, man. And them are just spying of a place. Them not support we. You give them free land, thousands of acres. But you not give your people with our land. And you call the people squatters. Never call the Chinese squatters yet. You know, so we not go back there and disrespectful. You never call him squatters yet. You never see him drive for your license, but him a drive. You never see him do nothing in your country, but him a get them done. You not come in the hospital because them carry them own doctor. A matter of fact, the other day the Chinese say them take them own medicate, them own joke. They don't want. This is how them program. Them say them want them own joke. Remember that. I say, okay. So, okay. That means them isolated, you know. Them isolate them, say they must spy. They must spy in our country, of course. They must spy upon the West. See? When you in the West, you can't talk with them. You can tell China and go say Egypt. You can't even call them name. Say me long, you know. If you go, man. Me I tell you, say them are circle you. Because them money tight. You see me I say? Chinese them for go and people never stop by from them. Me see them angry with people, them like shit. Me see one boxing a little girl and they never miss turn. We have no one friend who have grocery store and everything. We have people in a sentence the last time I said them can't compete with China. They must lock down for them grocery store. Una people not joker. Eh? Yeah man. Them no man them can't hold a man. You see me I say, Royal them can't hold us, you know. Because we're not stupid enough, they can't come tell me nothing going on, you know. Eh? The government my idiot. Me say me can't borrow nothing from them. And then you are give me thousands a month for work. So what all my people them get work? So them stay home and load them a pick them for feed and everything. And then me have money now, I say, me have fight crime. And the crime involve a China crime, you have fight, you know. You have fight your own youth, them put in a power and all kind of little things. Eh? Just give them some work, man. It cut down crime to man. Them get up and them blame everything for crime. Now them start blame the global pandemic. Yeah. You see what I say? Them man them not pay tax, them just go on and the government allow them. Then give them concession. Panel the world 50 years. 50 years. Them see something in Africa, 99 years. Them get concession 99 years. That's a backside. How this man? How people them are do man? And they are testing, you know. Them steal patterns and all kind of little thing and technologies. And you say, China is great, China is not great. They are thief technologies and pattern and them thing there. From US and other country have them thing. Because you send over there and make something, they want to see this and them just thief it. And then they copy it and send something. No, for this thing them we are weird, you think they are fake. But they might do it. See? They might do it because they might use it to build up themselves. And you have someone, you want to pick up for them, go and go pick up for them. Tell me anytime you can go do a research and find some black American and black Jamaican and black African and some black people in the world reach to China and I live big. And them I get big contracts and I build them place and I do all kind of things in China. Come talk to me. And me just say, yes, China is good. Come talk to me. Ain't that the only country right now? And you have a couple more like that still. We not see no black people have mel. You not get them big contract, you not get nothing. Nothing. You have any chance to rise up there? Go and go try rise now. Me see that time. You have a party, and one party you have two black head night, not even one. See a mixed youth that turn a prime minister and look how much black people in the house there in a UK. Them there in the US same way. But China not even one. Be a Chinese that they see. Not even two black and depend them thing. And you know question yourself. Well, people them are missing all kind of little things. Have some prison where them take out where them take out of them and do all kind of little things. You think right either we can't have them down here and do what them want to do. Look here. Look here. Take off this. Look here. Mama play about this. Say what me have to play.
I said to the CEO.
Play this.
The CEO.
Digital.
The Chinese are listening to my mobile phone conversations that I have in Jamaica. What do you think her answer would be? What do you think her answer should have been or should be? Her answer was no. Keep in mind that the telecommunications is so high secure in your intelligence and in your personal life that anything going over those lines, be it by your credit cards, your banking, Your voice is going over those lines. So when she said we know, I thought she would deny it. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you deny it if I was sitting there? If I was, I'd be denying it. I'd say no, that's not true. We monitor this.
Were you stunned by that revelation?
Was I shocked by that?
Yes, yes.
No. That's why I presented the question.
When was this? And when was this?
She, in fact, she's not the CEO now. This was probably 8 months. So after
8 months
I was
ago?
here. No, I was here maybe about 6 months, 7 months.
Into your tenure.
Pardon?
6 months into your tenure is when
Yes.
this happened.
Yeah, when I had the conversation with her.
On what basis?
What basis?
On what basis?
So Shirley, let me answer you now, because I can't talk to you now. So every country, even Jamaica, you have to have intelligence. But not, build up, like how Chinese come build up and put footprint in your country and build up military and everything. Remember World War II go on, So you see intelligence have build up that time, the revolution and building this and that car, this and that, and the Chinese come with them thing there. See? And but yes, still, America come even. Because you see Stalin, there's so much people dead over there, so where Germany drop all the whole place and them thing there. You have to build up intelligence, but we come from the West. So if they never have intelligence, we want them to crush the rest, they might crush we. You, name Shirley right. What you do? You live in China? Where you born? You born in China? You ever go to China yet? You go into them one other government. You can criticize American government, Jamaican government, Canadian government, UK government, any one of them as you want. With up online and thing and them now do something right. Try it with China. Just ask yourself. Jamaica do spying too. No problem. We will call it intelligence. Okay? You understand? But now, in our country, you build your own police force and you do your own thing. And then you come in our country and be a software. We know that with you. You understand? We know that much of them place them build up. Where the money come from? A Jamaica money? No value. How much people, me send people in the diaspora with them there? China send over the money? And China them there send the money. And same place in the US. US make you survive. So if you want them destroy the US or you survive, you destroy your own existence. US and Canada and UK and Europe. But people them there mostly make you survive. And this is just reality of facts. You can't go around it. You can't go around it. And by the way, enough of our youth them born in the US and Canada and UK and them thing there too. Enough of our family. And that they will live. And by the way, I run World War III start already, yes. I help now in the diaspora, I help Jamaica stabilize. And you have to know that. You understand? So we have to know that, but we in the West, what we do, that's for the West. If you have one government where them people them can't even talk, man. Where you can say, hey, you're sleeping, so just say it about them government over there. So them deal with them people. And let's study the world. Eh? See in North Korea to the same thing where when them say everybody and this man will be like a hag if you laugh at some of them if you and clap and cry one at them I eat that. You program people like puppet. Me don't want to live so, man. Me don't want to live so. You understand? In a World War II, them try that. Me they are Germany. And when I see the people them come back so nice, Germany where did that thing about those Nazi and those, Aryan race. Everything else, black people, this, that, wipe them out. Aryan, blue-eyed people, tall, this, them experiment panel babies and all kind of things. And you see that wipe out, where you want that to come back? Eh? You have to know your history, man. So you have to have intelligence in every country. But coming in my country with this. Because you have America, they say, America, I know we have the nuclear, we don't have nothing to defend ourselves, If something we get invaded now, America have to come save it too. Can them do it already in a World War I and World War II? Go look at history, man. Eh? Them do it already. The Canadian and them have to come save it too. Yeah? I just them alone have to depend on for see because China just come run you over. You understand? But people them, I don't care what you say America, that I say boom bam, I say, they're going to never come, but look how much jobs you up there, look how much our people live there. We intertwine, what we do, destroy America. For what? China? How much people have live at China? They can't go to China for get rescue. Ask yourself these things. You see me I say? You see me I say? Just ask yourself these things. China them have dynasty where destroy a lot of things same way, man. Me know the whole history, man. If you just check your history, And yesterday, free for even talk where you want to talk, but you live out. Tell me something. Or you get the medication and all of them things, where you get them from? Or you survive right now. Tell me how you survive. After the same country, but we can criticize them. You understand? We can. And that's good. We can, but how you survive, the living does survive. A matter of fact, and them same one rise China. Because if them never give them the work and build them thing, they won't have this. But yet still, we just have to rise them. Because why you have to rise them? Let me tell you why they have to rise them. Yeah? Because you can't have 1.4 billion people at starve for hungry. That's not be sin. But when they rise them now, you put too much power and money in them and them have these kind of people. Them say, okay, let me go for the world thing. And because China go on with them dynasty and war a long time too, you know. Them by them build gunpowder and them thing. They don't go on with them. I one bag of thing them go on with, you know. Empires, back empires where them drop and enough atrocities them commit. You want me to show you China atrocities one of the day? I can show you. See? So and them are do it for centuries. So and them feel so them just want to get back the world because them are the right one for the world. You understand? You understand? And America alone sell weapon. Not America alone. China sell weapon too, you know. China do economic, and some know, me not agree with this. So you see me, you can't talk and we say we're free for talk, but you say China do what economics, you hear that? Don't say that. Go look how China build up the military might and them thing them, you know, see what them want to ask now. But you go say that now, you know, say me, you got pathways there, so. China not doing economics. What kind of economics? Most of what I build in China, I think China want them. China copy them and a thief some things and I try to build themselves to turn world power. China nuclear, you know. You talk about economics. Me, you don't make me your part there, man. Just do your thing, man. You understand? China instigate war set speed. China want to win the whole place. Yeah? Everybody wants to stay up on top. But as I say, you there in the West, you're keeping in the West. But talk things will make sense. Yeah? Talk things will make sense. But don't make me your part. When me your talk with sense. I'm going to study your history. Just study your history more, yeah? You understand? Yeah, right. See there? You see right away? All right. See there? People are telling right away. So, right away, you know, see there? People are telling right away. You see, you have to study your history, though, yeah? You need to study your history. Yeah, man. Because you can't live in the West and I can't tell you this. One thing would be, you know, when you have a country, where you can come out there, you can speak your mind. Me respect them country there. Because of them country there, I feed Jamaica. It's like a them neighbor string. Not China, but them fast hope and fast thing. Me say we have a vice president and a sentence of father ban. Vice president you have a vice president of China right now? From Jamaica. Who you have a China from Jamaica now? We rise. Just tell me one. One! And me say cool. You see, we can't talk from the West. So you have people who are attacking. Let me tell you something. Religion, you have to watch religion too because in Pakistan, you remember them giving to marriage and them do them thing. You have some country when for them laws different, when if you know this. If them they did cover the world, you'd attack something different. See? It's the next bigger part of the world that. Yeah? You see me I say? It's the next bigger part of the world that. So you don't know, you don't ever study that part of the world, you live in that part of the world and just chat. See? Them will attack you. Them will do what they might do. You understand? And if you as a country not protect your interests, then might sink you too. You never know that. Eh? America did attack them in a real war too. America will build up themselves. And them America attack them. America will drop the bomb on Japan, no. Eh? America try to keep out of the war. When Hitler bomb up our people go build back Britain, you know. When Hitler bomb the place, bomb up the whole of London for around 50 a day straight at night. 50 at night straight. America, the Blitz, that's why I'm against the Blitz. But them have to sleep underground. Jamaica go build it up back. Eh? America try to keep out of the war. What them do? A Uban Pearl Harbor. Not Japan. Eh? So you don't know your history. So what you gonna do? America for build up them might and stand up in a right. Then they build other things, them have to change and do that. A matter of fact, America help Russia that it not drop. If America never come here this wire, the whole place mash up. When Japan itself mash up China in a World War II, mash them up. So we know so them have revenge in them head. Yeah? We know that too. See? America will come drop the big boy, little boy, the big boy, them drop the thing upon them and cool them. And rush it like them. See? And join forces. And then them set up them have to set up what them have set up. Yeah, man, remember say we talk about it from yesterday now, Ali. Remember the man the day and we tell us to strike. Yeah, man, we know, man. Remember we break the news, you know. Remember we break news when we do tabloid, you know. Yeah, you see what I say? So we know the greatness of America set speed. And enough of we pick the band America, enough of we the America, so we survive. You know the Americans. Never go to China yet, and you can't go to China so neither. So oh, you can dash. We can criticize and cuss and do what we want to do. But remember, say, we're bread and everything are there. So America, UK, and Canada, we now fling them under the bus, you know, China. You eat that, you sell out. If you do that, number, you tell me much Chinese when you are from China. And who are you, pal? Who are you? Me not sell out my West. Right now, them never country, them and go like dark shit, and you see that. Look how much people rise in America from even Jamaica. You get a chance, you do your thing. Who can I watch and do your thing? You rise. You know Canada, you rise. You know UK, you rise. Oh, we are sell out the country. And for some look like that people. No, it's a freedom of speech. So you can't do what you do. Enough of our people. Most of the people in the diaspora live in America. Them they're Australia, them they're all over the place. Much of them they're China. Much of them are rising in China. Much of them they're North Korea. Much of them they're in them places. You're there? And if you go study your history, and America did attack, none of them, you know. And them attack America to defend themselves. So you have to build up a network now that them don't attack you back. You have to get powerful. Me not wrong America. Yeah? Me not, me I can blame America for that. No. You have something when me just say, hey, America, boom, bam, bam, but we have to know what you talk about, man. You understand? And America, them are Pearl Harbor, America, they attack them first. And yesterday them turn back and build back Japan. But the one of the country America attack, yesterday them turn and build and it turn industrious country. Germany are the richest on the block in Europe. The America attack them. Because them attack at them come and them torpedo America ship and do all kind of things to you know. See? North Korea, it build back. It powerful. Japan, build back. Look on the economical strength. See? Just look on them thing there. Eh? Well, I couldn't eat that thing. We know we history to man. But we can't, that's why the Americans, we live in the Americas. For China, you must say crazy in your head. You think I eat that? Eh? America never attacked them. So it's America, this and that, them people there. Number one, if you did end of the Middle East, you could live certain way. I mean, I ask, I tell you that. You see me, I say? Me not ask you. See? Me not ask you. You see me, I say? So me not ask you, me I tell you, you couldn't live certain way in a certain place. See? See right now, Afghanistan get to cover back right now. And look how them I live. The woman, them have not up and don't go school and do all kind of little thing. Them are press woman. When you say, hey, go to freedom, America say, no man, you have to free up the people. Them. You have to have some giant to talk to them because they want to come push dictatorship all over the place. Yeah? We not dash the rest for nobody around there. So. Yeah? That them doing a Jamaica, that's why them fool because in a politics, somebody can come tell you anything and you know your history, so you just run with them. So them just tell you what you want here. Some of the jackasses will run with foolishness. Me say, no for we you them born in America, so you gotta do that to your and destroy your home where you live and where you born and grow. Or where you feed your own country. You think you ever see Chinese money yet in Jamaica? Eh? Up to them on the American dollar. The Canadian and the pound and the euro. Don't trick on yourself, man. We might talk about America, boom, bam, bam, but we don't dash way. What place where we live. No, for no, I have someone, no, America this, but yes, still, them build the most house and build the most thing and get the most thing in America. Yeah? And them all right. Go try it to China now. Go on, what I want to pack up and go to China then? Eh? We don't do it. We not say in America, you step on cow and cuss cow. every day when they touch these kind of topic. But it's good when you have food, when you have certain liberty, you can say, hey, this me not like with America. This me not like. But if you know your history, when you come when you talk about go around world, and America did that go around world, go fuck around them, and them I do what they want to do. America have to defend themselves. So you have to know the history. Know the history of World War I, World War II, and come right up, man. When you know the history, you understand? We can't dash to the West. We don't eat that. And everything America do, I agree with. But this, you can't dash. What America do, dash to America. When my daughter born, I have a family member born and them thing there. And that's to Canada when my son born and them thing there. And that's to UK when I have family member born. For what? Who me have born in China? Me never put my foot in China yet, neither. Me a virgin go down there and them a tell us say, yo, when me go, me not see a black man in alone some, so you know, boom bam bam, you know. So boom bam bam, me I say, okay, and you them money to street no boom. First time me I say, nah, put my foot down there, so you know. You understand? Japan welcome you, but China now more aggressive. Because when they make the money now, instead of them set them mind them youth, them a build more things and more guns and more bombs. China said, but you think China, you know, think them still arms. China sell a lot of arms. You never know that. Oh, you never know that. You never know that. So you look on the gun them on the battlefield, the AK. You think Russia alone, China K. The AK them are China make them. If one of them are Russia, China make most of them AK. I know the rifle them, the M16 and the AR-15 America gun. They are a China gun. And most of the army around the world fire China AK. You don't even know these things. You don't even know it. You don't know these things. Mr. Son, if I don't want to get more school up, you know. Yeah, man, because I just want to talk because talk's sake. But when it comes to the international level, me not dash from America to no place else. I will not. See? We and them can agree for some things about we have freedom of speech and them things. I don't want to lose that. You understand? Me not believe in that. See? Either you can talk either in a UK, you can chat your mind and people them can, you know, come out and think and you live where you live. You have some place them giving a married, them kill you, your one father and boy, kill you. As woman, you know, have no talk. But you don't know because you live in the West, so you never even study these things, so you just feel sad, just so the world run, it's all right. And boy, America this because somebody say it. Because somebody say it. But I never America trouble them in a lot. At them and go bash up how much people them kill and sink how much thing. What America for do? When Russia starve for that bully beef and everything, America feed them. America send and sacrifice and feed them. Yeah? And build the bomb if you done the war and go drop it down so. You never do that what you gotta do. Make the Axis even take over the place. Maybe we as Africans that did out to backside. It'll be a different thing. For we say, okay, we survive that. No care what happened. Yeah? And we have the differences. You might have talking and things, but you live America. And you know, say you live who are bad you. Go try to do this thing and go control the thing in a Canada in a thing now. Canada good. America good them way there. See? And UK good. And a joke. You see me I say? You understand? Me know the foolishness. You understand? Me know the foolishness there. You understand? So me no want nobody come tell me say boom bam bam. When they touch history, we know it too. And we cannot criticize the leadership them and criticize and do what we are do in the West. That's okay. Me not dash with that. Me no that with the guy. You see me I say? You know, of course, we have a problem. Everybody can remember, you know, Jamaica have problem. You know, America have problem. But you know, say, okay, you can go in and you work this and you do this and, you know, better than boom bam bam and, or, you know, and you have a right and, you know, you crash. I like me there, Jamaica, my father, make me a big crash and thing. Me there, America, I'm rich. Out of that alone, Jamaica, them sell me out. They have ambulance chase me. In a Jamaica, we give the liar money and just sell you out to one, that's it. And you say, okay, that is the bar and all kind of foolishness. Being a crash, your family member, your father, dead out of that. Yeah? Yeah, man, them come first to a lot of them, because them not understand all these things, you know? See? So me a reason with some people now, them going over for, oh, they must spy too. Then what you gotta do? if Germany come and do some little things, what we are do? Eh? Yeah, we have to speak German. I'm not won't even there. Look at the color and them thing, man. Maybe we reach gas chamber already. Them can them that clean up the place. Them on a ramp. In that clean up the place. It real. Them can go see it. See? America have to turn the factory them in a war machine. War machine. Factory and roll out. And a woman a feel that and the man them have to recruit and come say me could take back this. Eh? We know we history too. See? And then we know if you go down in a dynasty and go down in some history, we know about it too. So we say man that the wilderness, so we can't come with no fuck you and tell me no fuck you still, you know. Yeah, that's why I say me stay that way, man. I'm a good man. Me nah, that's the best for some dictator countries. Where you can criticize even the president as long as you not check no man. And you talk, you're free for talk. Me alright. But you couldn't say Xi Jinping, you're a punk. You're mad. Or if you could do that, you could have said Xi Jinping, hey, fuck off Xi Jinping. Me I tell you, say you're done. Go in there and do it now. Eh? You couldn't say it. You can't go down there, go see them God in a North Korea and go say, hey, you were big like I'm favor them one of them North Korean ag. Fuck off. You could have gone, you can't go say it. Go try it. Go try it to the one in North Korea. I'm going to some other place like that, go try it. When some man call thing that say, you wanker, you this and that, and some man and put up all them video. Go try it with the Xi Jinping if you're down there. Go try it now. I want to live in a country, you know. I want to live in a country where you can get up and go deal with it, you know. You understand? Yeah, man, me can deal with it. So every country have a fault, and I like it not have a fault. I know already would say America shouldn't boom blah blah blah, but we can't be no fool. You can't make some man come in your thing and then them want go on your thing and then build them thing and them live by themselves. When you go to America, you know, and you do some boom, you're there in Texas, you go buy a house, you say you go live there. If a house I say you buy it and go live. What fuck yourself because the police and do one buy. And like you have them racist police and you have this, but them have things but deal with it, them put it in there. But in there, so now me ask how much at them in a China, how much black billionaire and millionaire you have in a China, how much Jamaican there China, or if you have over 200 of them coming to my country work, how much of them you know swap and say, okay, me could take 200,000 and want to come work down here. So you take our work and then you give them, the government give them our land. Thousands a year, by the way. And a joke. And then when you look at the wholesale and everything, and you come each up and do spy thing in our country, pan the West. So if you destroy the West, you take over with fear doctrine, what we do? Eh? We cease to exist. That's when the West for now. After when I hear that. But there, you know, I keep it really here, sir. Yeah, man. Them can't give me them things because we know our history, you know. So when they say boom, bam, bam, even Jamaica, you're big like that, you can't say no time. Because we have intelligent agencies too, you know. I just feel them fucked up because them not have no sense, because them don't know it's a China spy in our place. You understand? We want freedom of speech and we can't chat and we can't do a thing. You understand? We know the foolishness one, yeah. You see me, I say? Yeah, man. Me there, you know. Loan some me up. Bless.